we're dropping an episode in between. Okay. You guys are tuned in to Lyrical Fix Podcast. Oh, Jesus. So much has happened just now.
Yeah, right.
I'm just like, I don't even have my headphones on.
This is crazy. With your host, Kid Pro.
And Sade.
It's episode 97.
Okay.
And we're doing a mini episode today.
Yeah.
But just want to thank everybody for tuning in and for checking us out. Also want to give a big shout out to our feature producer of the month, Epidemic.
Hey.
I mean, providing the vibes for us.
Mm-hmm. I gotta turn this volume down. It's like mad loud.
I like that. Yeah, but yeah, he's gonna be rocking with us for the whole month of August. You're gonna be hearing his beats in the beginning of the episode as well as the clips. And you already know we had the producer shout out at the end of the month. But this is his second time with us.
Yeah, second time.
So shout out to Esco. He's got an compilation album coming out very soon that I'm on. I got a song with him and Saint, which is gonna be very dope, called "See You." I See You Now. Mm-hmm. So yeah, can't wait for that to come out. I forget the name of the actual project. My bad, it's escaped me right now.
24 hours.
24 hours. There you go. Yes. So be on the lookout for that.
When you listen to it, it's
That's right.
the beginning of.
That's right. You've already heard the album, so
thousands of times.
Yeah, you heard it already. Yeah, I heard it
thousands,
once.
more.
Yeah, I heard it once.
I think I heard it maybe twice. Yeah, maybe twice. I forgot. She is Hot Flames. I can't wait for that to come out. God. Okay, sorry. So where are we getting straight to it? Are we catching up or no?
Not much to catch up on. I will say a quick story. I forgot to tell you.
Oh yeah. Go.
Took my kids out to the playground. Well, I took my little one out to the playground, and my oldest, he's 10, so he just was on his phone with his headphones on, and he's sitting in this playground. There's this little spot. We got the playground to ourselves, and he's like in this little spot where there's shade, and he's just sitting down watching, the little guy run around. And these random kids just come with their dad.
Yeah.
And they want to play in the playground too. So they start climbing the thing that my 10-year-old's on. He doesn't notice because he's got headphones on. And I'm looking at them climbing. I'm like, all right, they're about to see each other at some moment. And you just see my kid go, and he goes, what the fuck? I'm like, what? I looked at him and just started dying. Actually, the first time I actually caught him, like trying to curse, like, what the fuck? He had no idea what the hell that was. That shit made my day.
Imagine he actually said it.
That shit made my day.
Damn it, I can't find my vape. Yeah, we've had nothing but guests. So we have three. What a
wonderful time it's been with those guests.
Yeah,
too.
seriously. By the time this episode comes out, we do have 2 out right now, and then the third guest episode will be out like a couple days after we drop this. Just kind of for us to actually sit down together since we skipped a week and go over all the shenanigans that's been happening. Not even all of it, just some of it. And we had to cut some of that out because a leak was dropped and was sent to me. And yeah,
just like in the old days, man.
I know.
The album leaked. Yo, I got it.
I love it. And usually, like, it's not the same anymore. Like, before, I was always like, oh my God, it leaked. Like, J. Cole leaked, Kendrick, like, whatever. Like, back in the day, like, fucking leaked. Like, yes, let me get it. It's not the same, but this, I was just like, fuck it. I don't know when.
Yeah, this is like
I don't know when Donda's gonna drop. So
so might as well. I mean, we know that it's probably not gonna be the final product from what we heard.
No, that just sounds like, and I did hear, and I think I'm assuming this is the leak. That somebody had somehow like recorded that the listening.
Well, it sounds pretty good if that's what they got. It sounded, some verses didn't sound all the way mixed. Well, we'll get into that. So this episode is pretty much gonna be a kind of in-depth review, but also it's a first-time listen review. Like we didn't really get to dissect the lyrics. We know who was featured on the album. I think it's like something like over 15 features easily.
Yeah, I have
over
hip
15.
Hop by the numbers, but continue.
I think in the 20s or something. I think 22 was the number I heard possibly, or is it, no, 22 tracks.
No, 22 tracks, 24 features.
24 features. Holy shit! And a lot of them show up like multiple times.
So we have Okay, wait, continue talking about it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so basically, like I said, this review that we're giving right now off the Donda album is a leaked version, so we don't know if it's going to be the final mastered version. It had 22 tracks on it, so I'm assuming these are all the tracks that are going to be on it with the features. But Kanye, knowing him, he'll probably just do some touch-ups on the mixing and maybe add some drums here and there. 29. 29 features? Mm-hmm. Okay, 29 features.
So Hip Hop by the Numbers says... I love that when they do this. Kanye West albums by percentage of lyrics delivered by guests. 45% for Beautiful, 36 which one's College Dropout? Duh.
Yeah.
Sorry, because it has the initials, and I was like,
okay.
wait. Pablo was 35. So yeah, no, Beautiful was the most. It had 24 guest spots. But College Dropout had 30. Pablo had 28. So this is like second top
shit.
because like College Dropout was 30. So
this
then
is average for
this
Ye.
has 29. Yeah.
That's crazy. I never even noticed that before. But yeah, a lot of features. And like I said before, I'm going to say it again. We only listened to this once. Sade was like in the middle of cooking. I was just scrolling and taking notes and stuff.
Yeah.
So, it's not a full-fledged review. It's just a first listen type review of a leak.
Yeah, we're going to actually give a full review once the actual album drops. But yeah. So to me, and I've been, while we were listening, I was talking to John Cena and Villa. This is definitely a demo, obviously. Like when I had played the Villa note, you agreed to. Yeah. Definitely a demo. I feel like, and I had told this to him when he had told me about like before he sent it to me, and I was so like, I'm gonna wait till it drops, and then I saw the tweet like, oh, he moved to another stadium. I'm like, just fucking send it. That's it. Just fucking send it.
Send it.
So I was telling him like he probably dropped it for like beta testing to see how people feel about it outside of what he got from the stadium.
It's possible because I can't see any other reason why he would let this leak. I'm pretty sure him and his engineer are probably the only ones in possession of the files. Because
some of it sounds, you hear the audience, right?
Yeah.
But some of it, like when somebody was like, oh, there's a leak, and somebody who attended recorded somehow and leaked it. No. Which song was it that actually sounds like a single?
The one with Fabio.
Yeah, that shit.
Off the grid. There's a couple other ones that sound like single material, but that one is definitely it. So I guess we should just get into it.
How do you want to do this? Do we go in order?
I mean, we can go in order and just do a quick one because it's 22 tracks. So we're pretty much going to give a quick, full-fledged, a quick review of a first listen.
Some are, what is it called? Some are interludes, so we can always skip. So
I just wanted the detail with it. So.
Oh, yeah, we can. Go
All right, so first track.
Donda.
It's funny. I hear like the Kanye, "Can you hear me?" It's the first thing he says, and it sounds like he's in the stadium talking to people, like, "Can you hear me?" Type of thing, where he's talking to his stage supervisor or whatever. Yeah. But I liked it. It starts with Donda West, Kanye's mother, giving some inspirational words, and that continues throughout the album, which is a nice tone that it sets. The piano chords start hitting with auto-tune Ye, which is kind of what I expected for it to start off. Yeah. I was pleasantly surprised when he was going back and forth with Pusha T on the record. Biblical references all throughout, which I expected as well.
Yeah, that's who he is now. Yeah.
That's who he is, and he's backed by a choir. So I think it was pretty much classic Kanye on the God is King tip. So I didn't, it's pretty much what I expected as far as an intro, but I liked the touch with his mom speaking.
Yeah. Because, I mean, it's named after her. Yeah. So this is something that a lot of us, and we had talked about it, last night with the guests.
It was going to be a meaningful album.
Yeah. It had to be. And we've been waiting so long for it, and I'm sure he's been waiting so long for it at the same time. So that's why I'm assuming this album won't drop anytime soon, just because, it has to be perfect.
Yeah, I think after, I don't know if you want to consider, Kanye's first act of his career, I feel like Graduation was the album, maybe Late Registration. Then his second act of his career, Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, which was the beginning of his second act. And now in his third act, he's dropped some lackluster albums. Yeah, and now this might be the best one out of his third act. I think after this, you don't get any Kanye albums better than what we just heard. And it's not even the finished product. But I think as far as creativity, the meaning of the album, beat-wise, features, even though there's a lot of features that he's used to, I think nothing is better than this going forward for him.
Yeah, but go ahead.
All right, so that was the first track, Donda. Second track is Moon, and just hearing the title, I knew Cudi was going to have to be on this.
Oh, yeah, it's Young Thug and Cudi.
No, Cudi and Don Toliver.
Oh.
Yeah, on Moon. Cudi and Thug's on later down the line.
Oh, that's remote, my bad.
Yeah. So this one just starts with Cudi crooning, with Don backing him up.
Crooning.
And it was pretty short and ended with Donda speaking again. Yeah. So I not really was a fan of this one, kind of just was forgettable because it was so short.
Yeah, 2:50. Yeah. It wasn't that short.
Wasn't that short, but it felt like it. Because there's a lot of crooning by Cudi, basically. So it was more of a Cudi song in my eyes. Let's go right to the next one. Praise God featuring Travis Scott and Baby Keem. Now, this one was the first one that I said sounds like a single.
Yeah, this one, yeah.
Yeah, it's a Travis type beat for sure. Yeah. Travis signature flow all throughout. And then to me, Keem had the most memorable verse until he went on that high pitched flow, which a lot of these motherfuckers are using nowadays, which I don't understand.
Yeah.
And then it just ended abruptly. That's one thing I noticed about this album. I'm used to hearing a lot of musical like outros on these songs, and I think maybe only one or two of them had them. The other ones just kind of ended abruptly. I don't know if that's part of the whole leaked version. Maybe he's gonna add more to this.
It probably will be added more
Because it just feels like it just chopped like a DJ scratch type
pretty
thing.
much. Yeah.
That's what it sounded like. So that you got any notes on that one?
Now we can move on. I'm trying to think which one that was. Because by the time, like, wait, hold on. No, I'm not going to play it. Fuck it. Go ahead.
Number 4, I'm Not Okay, featuring Lil Yachty and Ruga. This is the first time I've heard of Ruga at all.
Okay.
And he's throughout the album.
Now I remember Praise God. I liked Praise God. Yeah, no, sorry. I had to think about it. I liked Praise God. I just feel like it needs more work on there, but it's not a favorite. So the way I was trying to keep track, because I couldn't keep notes, I was doing mad shit. I was tagging favorites with green and then like with yellow. Okay. It's one of the yellows. This is yellow? Yeah, okay. Like it needs more work. But,
which is crazy because it sounds like it's mixed and it sounds like it's single material, but I just didn't like that abrupt ending.
Yeah, I just think it needs more stuff to it.
A little more polishing?
A little bit more, yeah.
Okay.
But other than that, it was up there.
It was okay. Okay. Number 4, I'm Not Okay, featuring Lil Yachty and Ruga. Ye was talking his shit over the heavy bass when it started.
Yeah, he was, yeah.
What I didn't like about this song was Yachty. He kept the same flow going that Kanye had and delivered a good enough verse, but he was just sounding really quiet in delivery of the verse. It was kind of almost like whispering in a sense, and Kanye was kind of doing the same. But when the beat changed for Yachty, I just didn't appreciate that flow. It was just very quiet.
I didn't like the song.
Yeah, didn't like the song. I thought the hook was the catchiest so far. But it was just the 4th track.
It was, yeah.
Because I'm going off of just the fact of what I heard so far. And Ruga, I think, had the most solid verse. Yeah. The delivery and flow was much better sounding, mixed with a little auto-tune melody. Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay, I can fuck with Ruga on this song. I think he pretty much had the best verse on that. I'm
just not a fan of, what is it called? I'm just not a fan of Lil Yachty. Okay. So I liked, Kanye's shit was okay. What's his name? The other one?
What, Ruga?
Ruga? Yeah. Ruga wasn't too bad. That was the first time I ever heard him.
That was the first time you heard him too? Mm-hmm. Yeah, same here. I have no idea where he's from or what he does.
Yeah. I wasn't like crazy impressed with him, but it was he was in the middle for me. I'm really not a fan of Lil Yachty. So like when I saw his name on here, I was like, oh, okay. I don't know why I just despise him. I don't know why. I really give two shits. I don't know why.
He didn't sound like classic Yachty. I'll give him that. I like when rappers go on these feature verses on other people's albums and they just try a different sound. Yeah. A lot of the features sounded like their signature flow. True. It's not a bad thing, but it's also just like, I want to see a little something different.
All right, next one, Junior with Cardi.
Yeah, Junior Watanabe, which I believe is the designer. The first time I heard that song or heard that name was from Lupe Fiasco. I think on the song Gold Watch, because he just name drops a bunch of like stuff that he likes, and I remember hearing that name, so that's why it sounded dope. Yeah. And it just sounds dope, and it's one of those songs where the rapper just repeats a person's name throughout the hook. Yeah. But it was good. I fuck with it, but let me see the notes I had for it. Dope start to the beat, using the name as a hook. It's hard to understand Playboy Cardi. I try with this guy.
Same. I thought the same thing,
I think he's one of those pioneers of that high-pitched talking flow.
At first I liked this song, but Cardi didn't sound, I don't know. I just Carti. So I didn't know.
Carti. I like it too.
No, I just realized I was like, I don't know if I just said Cardi. I wasn't really impressed with him on this track. On this track though. Yeah. Cause the next one. All right.
No, hold on. I still have another couple.
Go ahead. Go.
I had a text too coming. So what I thought was, Ye at this point, he's trying to keep up with the new sound instead of perfecting his own. Yeah, I feel like, and that's, I agree. He's like using these features almost like a crutch, but he's also like, all right, I got to figure out the new sound that the kids like and fuck with it instead of just continuing to make his own sound. Like this is the guy that pretty much ushered in a whole new genre of music that like kind of Drake and Cudi perfected, and then eventually like was the inspiration to other artists. And I feel like now he's kind of like taking a step back and seeing who's hot. Let me fuck with you. That's what I felt like this album was, especially on that song. I just felt like there was no creativity on Ye's part. He's just following suit with what sounds dope.
I feel you on that one.
One dope line that I heard, roll with the Bucks, I got to be Giannis. Like, instead of saying, I've got to be honest. So be honest. That was a standout line. So, other than that, you got any other notes on that one?
No, I'm good.
5?
Jonah.
Was it Jonas or Jonah?
Jonah.
No, it was Glory. Was it Glory or was it called Jonah?
No, Jonah.
Featuring Dirk and Vori?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Number 6? I must have called it Glory. I just...
Yeah, no. Number 6. Yeah. Rory and Lil Durk.
Right.
This one. Now, this one, at first I liked it, and then I had played it back again. And it's, I think because after I listened to the whole project, and then when I went back to this song, I was like, okay. It's like in the middle for me. It's more, I have it higher than like Praise God, but I did appreciate this track. I'm a fan of Rory though. Wait, no, Vori. Sorry.
Vori. This is my first time hearing Vori, and he was all throughout the album, so I appreciated that.
Oh, he's so... You never heard Vori?
Have not heard any of his stuff.
Well, I heard... I think the first time I heard him and the last time I heard him, he dropped it was his debut either 2-3 years ago, and I forgot what label he signed to, but actually it might be good music, but he's good. He's good.
Yeah, I'm assuming he's a good music contributor, being all over that album. But this track, it felt like one of the tracks that hasn't been mixed properly. It starts out with like an echoey Dirk verse, and it kind of killed the vibe for me. The beat was very dreamy sounding, but then again, I'm thinking about what the vibe of the album is. It's more like, Jesus God related, and you're gonna get that type of music. Like a lot of this album felt like when you wake up at like 3 a.m. when your TV's still on and you hear that guy, the evangelist, speaking, and it's like that church shit on a Sunday morning, like early 5 o'clock. You just start hearing the church organs.
Yeah,
that's what it felt like to me when I was listening to this album. I had my head down just listening, and I'm like, this reminds me of Sunday morning.
I did.
Waking up early and hear some white dude telling me about donating money.
Yeah.
Like it almost feels like this is being done. Like I can imagine this whole album being done. Like I'm just sitting in a church pew. I'm just seeing Kanye with his choir, and then every now and then, here's Pusha T. Here's Jadakiss. Here's Jay Electronica. Just coming out, and they're all wearing the fucking pastor robes.
It wasn't as
doing their verses.
It wasn't as preachy as
God is King.
Yeah.
It wasn't. Same content, but not as preachy.
Jesus is King.
Is it? Oh yeah, Jesus King.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
Jesus King.
Yeah, you're fine.
God, excuse me. Perdón, Diosito. But yeah, and again, this is me.
We're still on Jonah, right?
We're still on Jonah.
Okay, good.
The hook was echoey but good melody. The yay with the last verse sounded clearer. For some reason, it just kind of fixed.
Yeah.
The hook saved the song for me, but it had another abrupt ending. And at this point, I'm noticing there's not many musical outros to songs like in previous albums. So again, this is the 6th song. I haven't really heard any musical outro because I'm just used to that with Kanye. Like he really puts his foot in when it comes to like outroing a song.
But it's also not done.
It's also not done. So that's like I said before. That's what I'm imagining. But at this point, I'm like, shit, I missed that. And I would think the leak may have had that, but those are the final touches that you may have to like fly in, a jazz player or
he just
or
has
band
to
or
live in
to
another stadium.
Which I heard he's doing, but that's rumors. I have no idea. But that's pretty much it for that one. That was Jonah.
Heaven and Hell.
Heaven and Hell, number 7, featuring the Sunday Service Choir.
So now this one right here, this one, I think because I had it on the speakers and like the bass and everything, this one I was really like, I tuned in. Like it was it for me. I clicked in.
It's crazy. You and me have very different opinions about these songs.
I like this one.
This one sounded like it was a live recording. Well, like that one was like.
Well, I mean, it had to be cleaned up, but yeah.
No. I meant like it's a live recording. Like it wasn't done in a studio. Like this was recorded like someone was just outside and was filming on their phone. That's what the audio sounded like to me. It just didn't sound like it was in a studio. Oh
no, I could see. Yeah. Like to me, like it's not one of my favorites, but it's up there for me. No, it is one of my favorites. It's just not high up because it has to get cleaned up. But again, this is not all the songs are cleaned up.
Yeah.
So now there still has to be final touches. There still has to be mixing and all that shit. So to like this one and the Sunday Service Choir on there.
No, which is great. But
so it probably was recorded.
This is something I feel like it was like done outside because just wasn't. You can tell just by listening to it. Like when you're in the studio and you do this enough, you can just tell. Like, all right, this wasn't done in a booth. This was outside. The vocals, the reverb or whatever you want to call it.
You hear it. Yeah,
you just hear it. So it's like to me, I was like, all right, even if you clean it up, it's still gonna sound. But to me, that's kind of cool because it's kind of like a freestyle in a sense. Yeah, which also felt like what he was doing. It felt like he was freestyling.
That's what I figured. Well, I mean, not the freestyle part, but that's what I figured because it's the whole like the choir is there. So I figured it would. I don't think it's supposed to be as airy.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can hear it.
Yes.
But yeah, no, I think this one was fire.
Okay, and now let's move on to that one. And
Off the
number 8, this is my favorite track. I think
sure.
it didn't get better than this. Energy-wise,
yeah.
this
was up, yeah.
And for it
sure.
to be in the middle kind of made sense.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't really fit anywhere. Definitely doesn't fit in the beginning of the album. It's perfect. It's
I think
off
the second
grid
half gets better, yeah.
featuring Playboy Carti and Fabio Foreign. And I'm going to say it right now. Forgive me for any hip-hop purists that hear this. Fabio had the best verse on the album.
Yeah, he did. I was
honestly.
So my takeaway from this, and I did trash him for like the double XL shit, right? Was it like last year or whatever?
We all did.
Yeah, because that shit was horrible.
This is not made for rappers like him.
Yeah, he definitely is not a freestyle rapper. Yeah. Definitely not someone who probably
not a cypher rapper.
No, probably doesn't even remember his words. But this was, maybe he doesn't even write for himself. If he has a writer, there's nothing wrong with that. He has a ghostwriter. Or if he did the punch and shit,
whatever it was that these kids are doing nowadays.
Yeah, whatever this was, it was good.
It was good.
I'm cool with this.
This to me was, and I coined the term right here. It's probably been used already, but this was gospel drill.
Okay,
yeah,
I can see that.
Drill gospel. Like
gospel drill, I think
gospel drill.
Yeah, sounds better.
I liked it. I fucked with it. I'm still not sold on Carti delivering a good verse. I just was not feeling it.
But for some reason, I kind of liked his verse on here. But I think it's because the song is such like a pretty package.
Oh, it's great.
It works to like his benefit. Yeah, but other than that,
it's his pocket.
Yeah, like he sounds better on this, even though he's whack. But even though he's whack, it's like, okay, like you're around two people that, okay, no, it sold it for me.
And then by the time Fabio's verse comes in, there's a drum switch on the beat.
Yeah.
And it just hits harder. You hear all the 808 slides, and I know that because of Obi. This sounds like an Obi beat in my head, ones that he's made. So I'm definitely going to play this for him. He needs to hear this shit. I'm going to tell him to watch out for this one. This is, at that point that I'm hearing this, best song, hands down, and best verse so far.
Yeah.
So that was it. That was Off the Grid, number 8. Okay, next one. Number 9, Remote, featuring Young Thug and Cudi. Melodic hook, which continues into the first verse from I like when rappers do that. It was followed by a whistle. There was like a four-bar just a whistle. And then Ye went back in and continued the verse. I think maybe that's something that he might go back in and add some 4 bars. Maybe it's just like a blank spot that he wasn't sure what to say.
It's probably a blank spot, yeah.
Yeah, but it was just weird to just have that weird whistle.
Yeah, it was probably just a blank spot.
Yeah, blank
spot.
Like
when you get demos from songwriters and like, yeah,
and
some
then mumble
go
shit.
back, yeah.
Yeah, so I feel that. We'll see where that goes. Thug was mumble crooning, is what I call it.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he was saying some cool shit. I just couldn't catch it.
No, he was like, because we played it again. It ran back again, and I could kind of hear it a little bit.
But I like his creative flows. I like the way he changes his voice when he's going into these verses.
I feel like the song gets the beginning of the song. I like the beginning of the song or whatever about it, and then there's a part where it's like, I don't know what's happening, and then it gets better.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, like it's a fucking clusterfuck.
And then when it got to Cudi's verse, it was pretty much just a classic Cudi verse. Like it sounded like it could have been on Man on the Moon, the first one. It gave me those types of vibes. Mm-hmm. I got that part. Next song, so that was number 9, Remote.
Donda.
Next song is Donda Interlude featuring 070 Shake from Jersey. Shout out to Jersey. But I just didn't understand this. It literally just was an interlude with her repeating Donda.
Yeah,
That's all it was. It was probably less than 2 minutes long.
Unless he's planning on doing something with that.
I don't think there's any need for that on the album.
No.
I don't see
especially for 1 minute and 43 seconds.
I don't see how repeating the word Donda helps.
Like, I get it if it was 30 seconds and maybe there's some like harmonizing or like something else just to throw it in there. Just like when they did Frank's version of Frank Ocean singing, I think it was the Wolf Song or yeah. So like that little bit, that was cool to me, and that was like demo-ish, like that's just him just playing, and you hear that obviously it's it's not like booth recording, he's just singing it.
Yeah, and there was like hardly a beat in there too. I think I don't remember there being a beat on that song. I think she was just saying it a cappella, just repeating Donda.
I feel like
I don't think there
was it was to me it just felt like intermission.
Yeah, and then before you knew it was over.
Track 10 of 22. So this is like
pretty
intermission.
much a halftime.
Yeah. But it didn't have to be that fucking long, I'll tell you that.
And now we're getting into the second half of the album.
New Again.
Not bad. New Again featuring Chris Brown. This reminds me of a Graduation beat,
I
with the
like-
80s like synths.
I put green on this song, but I honestly can't remember it.
Yeah, I didn't have many notes on it. Besides that, Chris Brown feature was cool.
Yeah.
But like I said, it reminded me of a beat from Graduation because it had the 80s like synths.
Mm-hmm.
And the verses are still revolving around God and being reborn. It's better than God is King as far as album content. I felt like it's a little better.
You know what's funny?
What's up?
Chris Brown's not listed on here as a feature. I just noticed that now. I was like, wait.
But he's listed on the song, right? I could have swore I heard his voice. There's definitely a male R&B singer.
No, Chris Brown's on here.
Okay.
But
He's
he's
just
not.
mentioned.
Yeah, he's not mentioned. He was probably after.
Like
Yeah, or he had to definitely be after the Locks because the Locks is listed. Okay. Anyway, oh Jesus Christ, sorry.
Yeah.
Pure. Okay. Wait, are we moving on to the next one?
Yes, let's move on to the next one.
Pure Souls
Featuring Roddy Ricch. Signature Roddy Ricch.
yeah,
It
that
just sounds
shit.
like Roddy doing his thing on the piano. And this is just another example of Kanye going to other artists to get their sound to help make his sound.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't feel like Kanye was being creative on this either. This was like Roddy Ricch carrying him.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. So it's
But I like this one.
Oh, I did. It's just
I marked it as green. Yeah.
Because it's a
It was
dope
go
Roddy
for
Ricch
me.
song.
Yeah, true.
Featuring Kanye. Like, I don't see Kanye being the head of the song.
I
Like,
was
Roddy Ricch did it for me.
I was okay with that though. I was okay with it.
But Kanye did have a dope flow in the verse. And the main thing that stood out about this song was the line, "We gonna have to set it up then." And the line before that, which was God's plan. And it seemed like he was throwing subs at Drake.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And he kept repeating, "We gonna have to set it up then." So I don't know if that's a little shot at Drake. Hip hop fans, you be the judge.
Oh no.
I know it's subliminal when I hear one.
Damn it. I was gonna do like my little Tommy gun sound effect and
I know when I hear one, but
Oh no, that was
we'll
definitely no.
I'm sure
and
there'll
then
be some
square
talk.
up all that shit, yeah.
The Twitter sphere is gonna talk about it crazy. I'm sure they'll mention it, and then it'll come to Drake at some point, and he'll say something. I'm sure.
Oh, for sure.
I'm sure he's got a couple lines aimed at already. So that was it for that one. Number 13, "Keep My Spirit Alive" featuring Westside Gunn, Conway, and Casey. Can't go wrong with a Westside verse to start, but I just miss having those ad libs. But again, how could you on a Jesus related album?
They still could.
No, you gotta do some. You can't do that.
I'm never doing it again because I forgot who it was that it was you and somebody else that joked on me for doing it, so I'm never doing it.
What the brr? The
No,
do?
yeah.
Oh no, come on.
I think it was you and Saint maybe.
You can do the
We were
doot-doos?
I'm not doing it.
You
No, I've
do
done
the
it before,
doot-doot.
and I
Do the do.
I'm not doing the doot doot because I did it, and you guys, what the fuck was that? I don't know.
You probably
Just
had a
leave me
week. You
alone.
probably had a week do.
It was a little weak doot doot.
Doot was shitty. Just shitty ass doot.
No, but I fucked with this song. I really liked it.
It was great, man.
The doot doots and all that shit could be always added after.
I always like how rappers start a line by bragging about how much they spent at a department store. Spent 20 at Neiman.
That shit was amazing.
I couldn't do that back in my high school days. I just spent 60 at what's the store that I would have fucking. I just spent 60 at Hollister. Got myself a new blue sweater.
So Conway a little bit, just a little bit.
What's up?
Sounded kind of lazy to me. That was my first.
We had an 8-bar verse. I thought it was pretty smooth.
Oh no, it was smooth.
It was smooth, but it wasn't
I think
regular.
Maybe it was just the 8-bar that I was just like.
And the tempo of the beat, but it's funny
True, I
because it
guess.
was in Griselda like tempo.
Yeah.
And this is another example of Ye trying to fuck with the Griselda sound. So he did basically a Griselda-esque gospel record.
Yeah.
Where Westside and Conway are in their pocket beat-wise, and then Kanye tries to get on that same thing, but sounds slightly off beat to me.
Yeah.
Can't rock a beat like Griselda dudes do.
Yeah.
So, but again, another example of him trying to fit in with the current sound.
He's catering to
But
that
flipping
shit.
it with the Jesus content.
I wouldn't really say that the Griselda sound is new.
Not new, but reinvigorated.
Yeah.
To the point where like Kanye wouldn't mind using that type of sound on his album.
Yeah, because it's an old sound. It just was, made new. Like, it's not really made new, but like just,
Yeah.
brought it back to light.
Brought it back. You got any other notes on that one?
No, that was it. It was like I liked the verse, but I think maybe because it was only 8 bars, that it just seemed like because I wasn't paying attention for a second, and then all of a sudden I hit the machine, and that was it. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So my first thought was it was good, but it was a little lazy. But it was probably because it was just short.
he retold a story about him being shot, getting
I remember that. Yeah.
Bell's palsy, and another one, different story, which I had no idea about the doctor telling him that he wasn't going to walk again, which I didn't know if that was from the same incident where he got shot. But he mentioned that in the verse too.
From like the last shooting?
That's what I said. I wasn't sure. I know he talked about getting shot in the face. He mentioned that, which I've heard a lot of times in his rhymes.
Yeah.
But then he mentioned the one about not being able to walk or something like that, which I had no idea about.
That's wild.
But pretty good. Not a bad song. I thought Ye's verse was mixed terribly.
That's probably yeah.
I thought that's one that's gonna have to be fixed up.
He's a damn-o.
All right, number 14. We're rolling through these. Never abandon your family. This is just Ye on the track. Starts with another quote from Donda.
Yeah.
And then it's an auto-tune Ye, pretty much just doing that. What's like the first time I heard Ye doing this type of sound was on the end of, I don't even know what album it was, the Pinocchio freestyle. Where it's a live recording of him just kind of like, it sounds like he's whining, but it's an auto-tune.
Yeah, it's the auto-tune shit. It didn't sound as auto-tune-ish. Or like, you know, like I think that was a live version too. Pinocchio story.
Okay, but it's like that kind of vibe, like where he's just kind of like crooning in a way, and he's just talking about losing his family. He says that repeatedly at one point, and then it kind of ends with Donda repeating the fact, never abandon your family, never abandon your family. That's just the message throughout the song. Don't abandon your family. So I can fuck with that. Number 15. This motherfucking song was 11 minutes and 45 seconds. I'm just telling y'all.
11 minutes, 25 seconds.
25? Oh, excuse me. It's called Jesus Lord. Features Jada, Sheik, Styles, Ruga, and Jay Elec. This is if you saw the footage of Kanye's live stream, the Locks came right after the motherfucking versus battle. Shout out to them. Whooping Dipset's ass and came right to the studio with Ye. Again, I feel this is Ye just clout chasing in a way, just trying to get people as many features. Like, I don't think he would have called the Locks if it had not been for the versus battle. He wouldn't have called them, hey, yo, come to Atlanta, come record this verse for the album. And I was telling you off air that this could have gone very different. Who knows if the Locks got their ass whipped by Dipset? If Dipset would have ended up on the album, that would have been some crazy shit.
Yeah.
Hearing Cam and Ye kind of, you know, like a reunion again. And maybe hearing Jewels on some on some Jesus shit. Maybe a Jim Jones ad lib.
Oh Jesus.
That would have been some shit. Maybe Freaky Zeke in the back.
I don't know. I've fucked with it, and to me, like I don't.
No, it was great song.
Yeah, I don't mind because he grabbed fucking Nicki Minaj at the height of Nicki and the Barbs and all that shit, like
on the Beautiful
for Beautiful, yeah. So to me,
yes, but my only argument with that is that it still was him making his own type of shit. Because you didn't hear Nicki on a song like Monster. You didn't hear Rick Ross on a song like Monster. Jay, maybe. But that was Kanye bringing them into his world. True. This just feels like Kanye going into their world. He's catering to them. He's catering, yeah. It's just, that's all it is. I feel like he did that a lot. But
true. Yeah, I get that point.
Jay Elec.
I'm mad at it, though.
Jay Electronica, Signature Flow. No, I'm not mad at the song.
Yeah.
Jay Electronica. I love the way he just rhymes electronica with everything. Jay Elec, Entendre, checking your monitor. And I said at one point, this long-ass song needs Jesus. Because that was the hook. You need Jesus. We were laughing about that, just talking about who needs Jesus.
Yeah, there's a lot of y'all.
Jada's verse, he's the MVP as always. One of his lines, the most notable line, ain't no I in team, but there's an I in win.
Yeah.
I like that. Styles is never not whack on a verse.
Never, yeah.
He sounds right at home on this beat, strangely. Even though it kind of gave that churchy vibe, he still like just floated on that shit.
Yeah.
And it's the most times I've ever heard Jesus in a motherfucking song.
Let me see.
This is definitely the most times I've heard it.
Where was Sheik at?
Sheik was the first feature.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was the first
No, he's
feature.
not listed
But he's
on
not
here.
listed, yeah.
The fuck? Yeah, no, because I'm like, I know I heard Sheik.
And,
okay.
I saw him in the picture, so it's like, to have him there and not drop a verse
yeah,
is
some
kind of like,
bullshit.
that's messed up.
Ruga, I just looked. This is a Chicago unsigned artist.
Dope. All right, good for him, man. He got a lot of play on this album. I'm sure he's gonna have a lot of new fans, and his price is going up for sure. Interesting part of the song. It ends with the message from Larry Hoover Jr. telling the story of his father, Larry Hoover, being imprisoned throughout his childhood, being told that his dad's gonna get out when he graduates 8th grade, then being told his dad's gonna graduate that'll be out when he graduates high school. Now it's gotten to the point that he has his own kids going to college, and their grandfather hasn't been able to really interact with them because he's still locked up.
Yeah.
So it was crazy just to hear that from Larry Hoover Jr. to end the song. Didn't expect that at all. 16. I Know God Breathed on this, featuring Vori.
Yeah.
Not bad. I liked it. Very energetic.
That shit was, yeah.
I can see this being maybe not a single, but being something you could hear in a club. Maybe. Just the vibe on it was dope.
I don't know about that.
The build-up and the beat in the Ye verse, like, it was a nice touch. And I wrote a note. If God was a producer, this would be in his A drive. Because if God breathed on this, God definitely did his fucking thing on this beat.
Yeah, that shit was fucking fire.
I like it. And then the hook.
No, I really like this one. This is probably... I put this at number 2, 3. I don't know. I can't rate these as my which one's my favorite. I can't
first
do
listen
it.
is hard.
Yeah, I can't do it. But this is it's up there.
This
for
is one
me,
of my
for
favorites.
sure.
Yeah, this one too. The Vory hook without the drums was sounding pretty heavenly. I caught that. That was dope. So that was it for that one. 16 was good. I know God breathed on this. Number 17. Very surprising feature. Tell the Vision featuring Pop Smoke. This is pretty much just a pop verse. There's no Kanye on this. It's just dark piano chords with the Pop Smoke verse. That was definitely an acapella that they grabbed from a lost session. This is obviously he wasn't there to record this.
No, of course, yeah.
Nor did he hear the beat beforehand and drop the verse before his death. Rest in peace.
I think it was just a kind
just something they tried to fit in.
Tribute.
It didn't feel... he was on
I get it. You trying to? It was like a tribute. I just don't think it fits on the project.
Is it a tribute or is it him just doing what I said before? The example.
Okay, he's doing both. Or, I don't know. To me, I just all artists are fucked up. All artists like this, especially the higher up you go, they're all I get what he's doing.
Yeah.
To me, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
We've heard Jay-Z do this. We've heard several artists that we hold on a pedestal do this.
Yeah.
I give no fucks.
I just hear it more for Kanye for some reason. I don't know
He
why.
can, yeah. I mean, I get why, but at the same time, I don't care. I'm cool with it.
I wonder if Sade wrote any of this shit. I don't think he did.
I can't wait to see the writing credits. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, I can't think of anything that Sade was on. Nothing sounded like him. All right, so that was 17, Television featuring Pop Smoke. Number 18, we got Francis and the Lights featuring Jay-Z. The Return of the Throne, maybe, yeah. But we got it temporarily right now with this one. Very dope J-verse. I really got nothing else to say. Just wordplay is on 100. A lot of biblical references throughout, and he's just, you can just tell, man. It's like the older this guy gets, the easier it gets for him just to deliver a good verse. Like he really don't have to try at this point, and he's someone I can count on. Not bringing his signature flow. Like he will change. He's versatile. He will fit into any beat and he'll make it work. And that's one of the things that I appreciate about Jay to this day. Still,
Kanye's just trying to be like that.
Kanye's trying to get there. I agree, but it's like just Hove's on another level.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Rapper wise, I mean,
he can just do it.
Yeah, Kanye still, we can rely on his production being solid, but rapping wise, got a long way to go before he reaches Jay's level.
Yeah,
but he's getting there.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I look more for Kanye for like. Yeah, like what he says, but more as like a producer.
Absolutely. And this beat wasn't anything special. I mean, they were pretty much just rapping over guitar riffs.
Yeah, but I don't know. To me, it was good. It was good. I like this.
You had to hear what they said anyways, which was dope as fuck. And then the beat pretty much didn't change until the end. And this is one of those where I actually did the outro. There was a dope-ass outro to end the song. I appreciated that. So this one most likely will be a single, or at least will be heard on radio. Because it's just, Jay and Kanye. So that was 18, Francis and the Lights. And I also thought that J-verse would be sooner in the album, but whatever. Number 19, Lord, I Need You, featuring the Sunday Service Choir. This song sounds like it was made towards Kim and their relationship. Oh, for sure. Detailing the lows of their relationship. I think it's like, why are you in Walgreens for an hour? I think that was one line that stuck out.
Like
you spent like it took you 3 hours to get from this beach to the house. Like, where the fuck were you type of shit. Little stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, I like when Kanye gets in his personal bag. It's nice to know what's going on. Even though we kind of already know they got divorced, shit didn't go well. We seen pictures of them fighting.
But it's funny because she's at the listening party and like
right.
At both. I think she was at both of them, and they were matching for one of them when he was wearing the all red.
Which is crazy.
The second one they didn't show her, but she was like she posted some shit.
It's dope. It's dope that they're being civil. Especially for the kids and all of that. So shout out.
Well, that's more than co-parenting.
Yeah.
Like that's
right.
That's literally that's support.
That's
support. That's support.
And you wouldn't get that from people that are co-parenting usually.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even show up to listen to the event.
No, like you're just there. You're just supposed to interact for the kid.
Yeah.
So good co-parenting is that this is like actually supporting each other.
Yeah. Shout out to co-parenting.
Well, they were friends before, so it makes sense.
Very true.
All right, next.
Next, we got track 20. We're almost at the end. We got what was the name of the song? Hurricane. Yes, featuring The Weeknd and Lil Baby.
Now this one.
This is single material as well.
Fuck yes.
Can't deny this one.
Fuck yeah.
Weeknd sounds great as always with the choir behind them.
Yeah.
Another signature flow by Lil Baby, but I wasn't mad at that. I think the
Mm-hmm.
more that I listen to Lil Baby, the more I start to get why he's regarded as one of the best right now.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with this new age of rap, I can see he can just pretty much rap on anything. I think the last time I heard him, they had something dope was on the Space Jam soundtrack, a song with him and Kirk Franklin.
I
don't know
haven't
if you
heard
that one.
Mm-mm.
That's pretty good.
I heard it wasn't good though.
He killed it on some church organ shit. He killed it.
Yeah.
Lyrically, not moved by Ye's verse. The flows are good, which I think he relies on that now.
Yeah.
Which makes up for the bars. There was one good line. He says, everyone's so judgmental, but I don't ever judge mentals.
Yeah.
I fuck with that. I like that.
I like that one, yeah.
And yeah, just a single material. This is going to work. If anything, just for the fact that you got the Weeknd, a dope-ass Weeknd hook, which you can't go wrong with,
No.
and then a dope Lil Baby guest verse. So
That
I
was
think
really good.
this, along with Off the Grid, I would say, and the song with Jay, I would put out as 3 singles. If that was me. If I
So
was
wait,
like,
which one?
I would do this one, Hurricane, Off the Grid,
Yeah.
and the song with Jay, Francis and the Lights, as your 3 singles. If I was like the head of the label, I'd be like, yo, these are the best songs. At least it'll get people to listen to the album.
For sure.
I think.
I would see. Let me see. What was
And maybe
this
even.
one? I would see. What is it called? Pure Souls, just because.
Oh, Rowdy Rich, yeah. That
Yeah,
one sounds
just
good,
because
too.
of Rowdy Rich and like the Drake
And
line.
you call him Rowdy again.
Oh, god damn it! Well, whatever.
Rowdy Rich.
Rowdy. This is just gonna be Rowdy
Nah,
to me.
it's all good.
Rowdy motherfucker.
All right, 21.
Yeah.
So, track 21. This one's called 24, featuring Vori again.
Yeah.
No real drums on the album. I was pretty much noticing at this point, it's other than the Off the Grid track, it's very toned down, but it's still somehow dope sonically. And I guess that's what I should have expected, knowing that this is more of a
Yeah, I fucked with this one.
gospel
Well,
album in a sense.
This one I think was in the middle for me. I marked it as yellow.
Yellow.
So
Okay.
it's
But yeah,
it's
I'm not
in the middle. I gotta grow to like it. Yeah.
I'm not expecting boom bap drums and hard 808 drums and this type of album. You know, we got it a little bit with a couple of songs, but you know, at this point in the album, I'm understanding more of what he's going for, and I'm okay with it. At
Yeah,
this point.
I
It's a
think I like
different-
this track more so because of Rory.
It's a different vibe. Yeah.
Vori.
Vori.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I did that when I first heard him, so I was so used to Rory.
All right, and the last song. You may have heard this song, "No Child Left Behind," on a recent commercial that featured Sha'Carri Richardson. The song was playing. And it was just like 2 weeks before the Olympics when we thought that the album was coming out on the first date.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it didn't, obviously. But that's pretty much what the song is known for at this point. Very triumphant sounding. This is the song apparently in the live listening session where he's levitating.
Yeah, I'm assuming.
So it just sounds like this is like
It
that.
does. It sound. I'm assuming because it sounds.
It sounds like
that.
it just ascending into heaven. Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
There. Well, I have the clip. I just when we go off air, I'll play it to see if it's actually that. I don't know. I'll just play it right now.
And I was telling Sade, I'm like, this sounds like the walkout music. Like this is like everybody just leave, pick up a chair, clean up after yourselves. And we'll
Okay.
see y'all next time.
No, I think he does it after.
No, I see. You can hear it in the background.
Oh no, I hear it now.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And I guess if you're gonna fucking close out a listening session, that's the way to do it. Just get carried out. That must have sucked him having to hold that position because that shit hurts. Just dead weight like that. And
It does.
His
It
back
look-
was probably aching when he got lifted up there.
It looks insane. And then the other angle where somebody, it's like they're facing it. So he's literally like you just see him in the middle. So you see all the smoke, the lights, but then you see the other side of the stadium with
Yeah.
all the phone lights. Shit looks insane. This angle that I have, it's like they zoomed in and it just doesn't look good.
No, it was good. It was
No,
good.
actually, you see the other side of the stadium.
Oh, okay.
Looks fucking sick.
And
But anyway.
that is pretty much it for the album. So, like I said before at the beginning of this review, I feel like this is Kanye's third act.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the best album that he's produced in his third act. This is better than the Ye album, the Kids See Ghost album, the what was the other one? The long title, the picture of the mountains in Colorado.
That was just Yay.
That
The
was just
picture.
Ye. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
thinking
just-
because it had the other name that I'm not bipolar, I'm not okay, or something like that.
No, that's.
That was a
Oh,
tagline
that
he had.
was the previous one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think as far as that third act, this is the best work that he's had. I think this will be the best work that he drops going forward. If I had to, off of first listen, if I had to rate it out of 10, off of first listen, I'm giving it a 7. just off first listen. I'm gonna listen to this a couple more times, obviously on Friday with the finished product.
If it comes out on Friday.
If it comes out, but
yeah,
off first listen. What do you think? Out of 10. Features did they thing. Features did they thing. Beats were cool, not what I expected.
Let me think. No, out of 10, I would agree. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm all over the place.
7, 8.
Okay.
I'm in between 7 and 8.
7.5.
Yeah, 7.5.
7.5. Okay,
yeah.
So we're on the same page. Not many low spots on the album. The features did what they were supposed to do.
Fuck yeah.
I think, I don't know, man. I think it's just, if anything, my only gripe would be with the content. It's just not what I'm used to with Ye. I know it's a different type of Ye, and he's growing and maturing.
True, yeah.
And we're never going to get the old Ye back. If we want the old Ye, we just listen to old Ye albums.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you're never going to get that back. So it's either you're just not a fan,
I can't
or
picture
like
almost a 40-year-old Kanye talking about that college graduation or college dropout.
No, and it hit different when we were at that point, because we were, it was that point where it just was just different. That's it.
But that was it. We're definitely gonna listen to it again and give a more proper review once we get the final product.
Fuck yeah.
So whenever that is, Kanye, we'll be on it. We'll be on it. But that was it. That was our review. Hope y'all enjoyed that, and we promise it'll be better the next time around.
It's 45 minutes.
45 minutes. Okay. Well, we got 15 minutes to go, I guess, right?
I guess. I mean, okay. So then.
I didn't expect the review to go that
So
long.
what do we do now? What do we cut out then?
I'm gonna have to cut out. I think we can keep going. Fuck it.
Oh, okay. That's what I was like. Then I don't know what else to do.
No, but you just mention other stuff you wanted to talk about too.
Okay. So there's Nas.
Oh yeah. Let's keep it with music. Fuck.
Yeah. Let's keep it with music right now.
The album that was supposed to come out, or that did come out on time.
Yeah, this one came out on time.
King's Disciple 2, which. King's Disease. Oh my God, I'm messing up names. Wow, I messed up 2 different
literally
ones.
Literally rubbed up off of
Yeah, right.
That's insane.
Must
I usually fuck that up. Probably.
But it's really good too. Shout out to Sade, man.
Hey.
They give me a dope ass fucking meal. You're
welcome.
Hell yeah, man. And the beer. Thank you, bestie.
That's what I'm here for.
So it was King's Disease 2, a collab album with Hit Boy.
Yeah.
And man, it's a shame that Nas and Hit Boy didn't meet earlier. Or that Hit Boy was older, you know what I mean? Because obviously he was young.
Yeah.
But, oh, man, I think this was the producer that Nas needed to work with after, all the stuff, all the accusations of Nas can't get a beat. Nas doesn't know how to pick good beats. This shuts that out the water. Everything is fucking dope on this album. I really have no complaints for it. I think that 3-song run of Store Run, Nobody with Lauryn Hill.
Oh, I have it right here.
And the last one that's escaping me. Let me just pull it out.
All right, so there's
Pause.
The Pressure, Death Row East,
Moments.
40. What?
No, there's the 3
Moments.
Songs. Jesus. Songs 7, 8, and 9. Store Run, Moments, and Nobody. When it got to that part in the album, I knew. I'm like, all right, I don't gotta listen to shit else. This is a classic.
Yeah, I clicked in. I clicked in a Store Run. Actually, yeah. Store Run. It was the one.
We're all over the place today, yo.
Store Run. Maybe we should eat after, yo. Store Run was definitely the one, like, okay, I'm listening now.
Yeah.
Like, for sure. That shit was fucking... Yeah. I mean, The Pressure was hot. Like, everything else leading up to that. Death Row East, like... I mean, I appreciated, like, him talking about Tupac, because he never really, like...
Yeah, told his side.
Yeah, like, he never really did that. And to even, like, play that little clip of, like, what happened at the concert. Like, like, he stopped the show, and then, this is what happened. Told, like, let's take a moment of silence, all that shit.
Yeah.
Like, I definitely... I love that. But at the same time...
And shout out to whoever had that footage, because that was great.
Yeah,
that recording.
But I probably won't ever replay that song. But I appreciated it. Yeah. But after track 7, Lord...
Moments. Well, you know what? Actually, even before that, track 4, EPMD 2, featuring Eminem and EPMD.
Oh no, like, I'm not saying the other ones were trash.
Okay, yeah.
But I was just like, I don't know. To me, I was just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, it just, something changed for me in the project.
It was a lot. I appreciated it. I was fucking with it, man. The vibes with A Boogie with the hoodie. I fucked with that one too. But the Eminem verse on EPMD 2 was amazing, man. That's the M that I miss.
Yeah.
Eminem that everybody misses. He didn't try to go too crazy, even though it was a lot of wordplay and a lot of syllabic rhymes or whatever you want to call that shit. Multisyllabic. Multisyllable. I think it's syllabic.
I don't know what you're saying. Oh, okay, I get what you're saying.
M's verse.
Yeah.
There's a lot of syllables.
No, I know what you're talking about, but I didn't know what you were trying to say.
Oh.
Like the forced rhymes? Oh, when he's doing the syllable thing? Yeah.
Multi-syllable rhyme, and he's just killing it. That's the classic M, and he just shitted on that fucking beat.
Yeah.
Even though Nas and EPMD were nice with the back and forth. I appreciated that. So I was fucking with it. Let me see. Lauryn Hill's verse on Nobody was amazing.
Yeah, this one... Okay, so before we just run through everything. So track 7, that was fire to me. But for me, like the super standout ones, I mean, this whole album is great, so I'm not trying to discredit any other song, but Nobody. No Phony Love just because it's Charlie Wilson, but like that's not a standout. I just wanted to honorable mention. So Nobody, Count Me In, let me see. Yeah, Composure. Nas is good.
I like that too. I fuck with
that. Those are my standouts. Like those are the ones that I will like. I have already like in the mix of you know what I'm already playing the rotation and shit like that. Like Lauryn Hill, bruh, she fucking went in. I'm looking at it now. Where is it?
She was talking her shit. I appreciate every part of that.
And I tweeted this earlier. And if you're wrong and you're too proud to hear correction, walk into the hole you dug yourself in. Fuck a projection.
Yeah.
And just see me in my freedom, taking all my land back. It was just everything.
That was the ultimate Yas girl verse.
Yes, it was. It was.
I can hear all the women saying, Yas.
Yas.
Talk your shit, Lauren. Talk your shit, bitch. Yes, that's what that felt like.
Fire.
I felt like every woman would hear that verse and be like, I have related to at least something in there.
That shit was.
Yeah, that shit was.
Man.
I think as far I'm not even gonna say as far as females. I think that's probably top 5 guest features of the year.
Oh, for sure. I'm hoping that this gets some type of like recognition, like for sure. If I'm a messenger, you block me, then you block the message. So aggressive, the world you made is what you're left with. Pride and ego over love and truth is fucking reckless. Y'all niggas got a death wish. The stupid leaves me breathless. Just that end, the way she ended it, and then there's a gap. And it's just like breathless. Like there's a gap after that.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if you meet a girl in the next couple of years and she got part of that verse tattooed on her. I'm just saying. Yeah, I can see you putting that on you if you had the time. I can see that.
I have so many different. Like this is added to the list though. Like I have so many different quotes that I have to figure out.
That's a quotable. The whole fucking verse is fucking quotable shit. I'm glad they gave her more than 16.
I'm gonna end up looking like a notebook.
Well, that's cool. That's dope.
That's gonna be too. I don't want like all words on me, but like that shit is just so fire.
Yeah, no, it's dope. Hey, especially when there's dope shit on it. Can't be mad at that. And yeah, like we said, everything else is pretty much dope. What saddens me a little bit about this album is the fact that the first King's Disease did so well, got so much recognition, won the Grammy. So it's like if this one ends up being better than that, I don't see him getting nominated again. I don't think that's going to happen again.
Why not?
I just think that
do you think it was
Grammys
a pity
have like
one,
a
though?
pattern they follow. Because the people that got nominated this past year, you're not going to see that type of shit happening this next year.
No, well, what you're trying to say, you're pretty much trying to say like it was a pity thing that they did. Like there's like throw them a bone.
No, I think they recognized that it was the best album that came out that year. But I think because of that being so good, the fact that this came out so soon after, it's a tough like, it's gonna be tough to like overcome the success of the first one.
Nah, no, that's a different conversation then.
What as far as
the timeline of them? Sorry, God damn it, the timeline of them coming out like so close together. Mm-hmm. That doesn't have anything to do with the Grammys, and like it, you know, the whole success thing. If if it ends up beating, which honestly I've been seeing it, and I kind of feel it a little bit that this is better than the first one. I feel that, and I've been seeing a lot of people saying the same thing. Then it could be eligible. I don't see why not.
It should be eligible. I just feel like
it should be nominated at least.
Yeah, I feel like the Grammys may not do it just because
they would do Beyonce every year and Drake every year.
They would.
Yeah, it would be the same. Fucking was it? Taylor Swift. There you go. I almost called her Tyler. Taylor Swift was damn near every year.
Ugh,
like, who gives a fuck?
Nastiness.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, So it's in that, like, if they don't do it, if the lineup, the nominations look so different from last year, and they're not true to what we think, then it's complete bullshit. Complete bullshit.
Good point.
Because that means that last year was, I'm throwing you guys a bone.
Yeah. I mean, if that one got nominated last year, this one should get nominated this year for sure.
Yeah, that's how I see it. This is definitely better.
I would hope that it would. Yeah, I would hope that it would.
I mean, then again, like he said it, like Grammy's nothing. Literally says it.
Yeah, he says that, but you can't be mad at winning an actual Grammy.
Yeah.
If I get nominated, I'm probably going to go. And if I win, I'll do the acceptance speech.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if I don't, I'm be like, no, fuck the Grammys, nigga. That's how everybody is. Until they get nominated, then it's like, oh, shit, let's go. Get my suit.
Nah, I mean, well, there's people that don't feel that way. Like,
some people don't even like, well, because you have to send your album to get, for consideration. So that's even if you care.
No, but I'm saying that I think, like, even if they do win, it's, or like, regardless, like Drake literally had this whole speech and got cut off for it.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so I know there's people, and like I'm sure Jay-Z's the same way and Beyonce's the same way. It's like it doesn't really, at a certain point, it doesn't mean anything.
Right. No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
And then Drake's right. That speech that Drake made pretty much put everything into perspective.
And he won, and he's holding, and there was a time where he stopped going.
Yeah.
So like to see it, that was the first one he went in, I think, in years.
Yeah, and I think it's because, like you said, they need star power there, and it's like, all right, maybe if we tell you you're gonna win something, you'll show up.
Nah, I think he probably went just to be like, you know what? Fuck it. Let me go and let me have the speech. He definitely wrote that speech out. He definitely planned to say that.
You think he knew he was gonna win beforehand?
Most likely.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that wasn't his first Grammy, was it?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I'm not sure.
I don't know. But I mean, he probably went and planned it, or probably they told him he was gonna win, so he's like, all right, I guess I'll go, and then he probably still planned the speech. Yeah.
Which is a dope ass speech to say.
He probably comes across a lot of artists that are like thirsty about it, or just seeing it online, like Gold Link going on this whole like tyrant about not winning or not being nominated, and seeing all of that, and it's like, this is not the end all be all. Like it's just a fucking
plenty of artists that do
it's
great
just a
and
trophy.
never won a
Like
Grammy.
It doesn't actually mean anything.
It's crazy because the artists that we always thought about, there's like, yo, there's fucking artists that are dope as shit that never won a Grammy. Nas was like number one in that list for me. Yeah. And then once he won, I was like, damn, who else? Now I'm just thinking about like the other guys, Royce, Lupe. I think Lupe may have won a Grammy already.
But nominated means like literally just as much.
Oh yeah, your price goes up.
As a win.
Yeah, your price goes up when you're nominated.
It really is just as much as a win.
Because that's what they do. That's like what your management team and your label does once you win one. Grammy nominated or Grammy award winning, then your name. Yeah. Like it's just another. It's kind of like you became a captain in a sense. Like your rank goes up.
For sure. Yeah.
So it's dope. So yeah, Nas album King's Disease 2, just as good as the first one, if not better.
Yeah.
I think the debate will continue as the year goes on and we hear the songs more and we like become more acclimated with it. But I've listened to it about 4 or 5 times now, and I just love it more and more.
Same.
So I'm fucking with it. Let me see what else. Other albums, I believe we talked about it before. Isaiah Rashad. I don't know if you've gotten into it yet as much.
No, did you even play it? No, you didn't play it. We were listening to Sterling.
We were talking on the ride home, and it was playing in the background.
Oh yeah, that's
on the ride
right.
home, but we like 4 or 5 songs.
No, I didn't. No, I never got to listen to that.
I will say though that it's perfect driving music.
Yeah.
It's not something to listen to on a rainy day or when you're partying, but it's more of like a drive.
The little bit that I heard, I can get that feeling.
Like it's real calm, like driving at night, morning, whatever. Just put that album on and just vibing.
Let me get the name.
So I appreciated that.
What was the name of that one?
The name of the album is, let me see, it is The House is Burning.
That was a dope one, yeah. And then there's been so much music out, but I definitely Snow dropped. So I listened to Temporary Highs and the Violet Skies.
Snow Allegra?
Yeah.
I heard Violet Skies randomly on a playlist.
Sorry, I had a burp.
Fucking
so I was like, ugh. I was like, wait, I didn't want to burp into the mic.
What's the name of the album?
Temporary Highs and the Violet Skies.
Okay. I heard a song, Violet Skies. That's why I was confused.
Yeah, there's one. It's track 9.
Okay. I heard that on a random R&B playlist, and I love the fucking song, and now I got to go back and listen to the album.
It's so fucking good. And you know what's crazy? Like, it's just the little stars are so funny to me, like, on Apple Music.
Yeah.
But Violet Skies was, I think, a lot better than some of those.
Yeah, the fact that it was on that playlist probably meant that it was one of the top songs. At least I would assume. But yeah, when I heard it, I was
probably
like,
just somebody like, preferred it.
and it was dope because just the content of the song too. Like it's like a song like, yo, get yourself back up, dust yourself off.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're gonna be all right. It's kind of a reminder of that. And obviously it's catered towards the women, but it's still a good message.
No, that shit
so
was.
I fucked with it.
Fuck yeah.
I fucked with it, man. I'm a Snow fan off of that alone.
Neon Peach with Tyler was fucking fire, and then Tyler's in another song in the moment, but I can't remember that song right now. But it's Tyler. I'm sure it's good.
I heard an interview.
And
that
then
he produced both those songs.
Most likely, it sounds about right. But yeah, no, that album is great. I only got to do one listen off of it, and then I think I went back and like played a couple songs. Like I definitely played Neon Peach over. And then Lost You's fire. It's just, Snow was just amazing. That's it. Snow was amazing. I did hear
that this was like a different sound for her than her last album.
Yeah.
Okay.
She just, the way she...
It worked for you then?
Yeah, it worked.
Okay.
It worked. Because having to like... There's just so many music releases, and then having to dissect some of them, and then, come on here... It becomes too much.
Yeah.
So I'll revert to like R&B. So I'm always listening to like Snow, or even like Sir, who kind of plays the middle ground. Black, who plays the middle ground. Or not shit. I be on my Spanish shit too. Be like, I can't do this anymore. I can't do this at all. So I'm like, no. So it's just been it's been so much, really. It's been so much music lately that one day I'm driving in the car and I'm like, oh shit, I'm not playing any music, and I'm like, I don't even care.
Yeah, it got to a point where I'm just listening to podcasts more often now than music. But I've gotten back into music.
I just need silence at this point. It's just been so much.
Those be those times, man. I remember those times where I just drove home in silence.
Yeah, no, it's some real shit, man. Some real shit.
You're just there thinking, it's just you and the road.
No, not even. I'm barely even thinking. I'm just like, okay,
you're
I have to
autopilot.
turn here. Yeah, autopilot. I'm just like, I got to turn here and then turn here and then.
It's like, holy shit, my hands are really moving the steering wheel, and I'm not.
Like I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm cool with that.
I know they won't let me crash, and we're just gonna make it home. It's just muscle memory at that point.
I know exactly how to get home. I'm good.
It's muscle memory.
Oh my god, there's a car. Break. I mean, a cop car. Break. Let me stop.
Oh, that happened last night.
What happened?
I was driving home.
Mm-hmm.
Elrod.
Yeah.
And I saw a car on my left. We were going about 70.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, it kind of just slows down onto the left side of the lane on the shoulder by the divider. I'm like, that's wrong. Something's up there. And on my right side, I noticed there was a Jeep. And I noticed a faded red light. And I'm like, all right, let me put my shit down and just drive straight. And then before I know it, the car kind of speeds up ahead of me a little bit. Lights go on. It was undercover. Speeds like the opening to make a U-turn to go back to that car. So the fact that car broke down because this motherfucker was right next to me looking for me. I got saved.
Yeah, for sure.
Got lucky.
You definitely got saved.
I got lucky. Yeah,
you definitely did.
For sure. All right, so that was Nas King's Disease 2. We reviewed the Kanye album as well. I like the fact that we did Nas too. We fit that in.
Yeah, no, of course.
House is Burning by Isaiah Rashad. Another one that came out was a couple weeks ago. Two of them. Heavy as the Head, which is Ransom, and Big Ghost
haven't heard any.
Limited. That was the album that came out. Another offering from Ransom, about 10 tracks, 27 minutes.
All right, Ransom. I appreciate it, but it's too much.
It's too much?
It's too much.
Talking to him like it's currency.
It's too much.
Who just announced
currency. It's too
dropping
much.
7 projects. He just named them.
It's too fucking much.
He dropped a tweet about all the producers he's working with.
Oh, Jesus.
Harry Fraud, Alchemist.
I saw the tweet from Elliot, and I saved it, and I'm like, you know what? I'll talk about it on the next episode because I'm tired of this shit.
That shit.
I'm tabling it.
But
I bookmarked it.
Along with Ransom, also you got Vince Staples. He dropped a self-titled album.
7 who fuck I can't.
That's 10 tracks as well, 22 minutes, a little shorter. But those are the releases that I've heard along, from Tyler as well. Because that Tyler album I'm still playing. I'm still bumping that.
I'm over it.
You're over the Tyler album?
No. I'm just
all the new releases.
Yeah, it's just too much, bro.
It's a lot. I mean, you got to review music. I don't even know how these niggas that get paid for it do it. I don't understand.
I liked it when I had to do it. I liked it, but when it became too much, I didn't. Now I think it's because I'm doing a lot more than I was at that time. I'm literally like.
But I also think let's say if you weren't doing all the stuff that you do, right, and then your job was just to review music, I think at that point you would hear so much more music and it would fuck you up still.
No, I've done that. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I had to do that. Yeah.
There was a point where you did nothing else?
Yeah, I did nothing else.
Okay,
I mean,
gotcha.
I was in college, so like I had like homework.
Wait, college, like yeah.
Yeah, like I was in college. I had 2 jobs. I had 3 jobs at one point. Then I quit the other job to do like the reviews, and it just became so much that somebody was like, they're like, oh, how's this album? And all of a sudden I'm describing another album.
Wait, how long ago was that? When at that point when you had 3 jobs?
2012.
And just think about now with how much more music is coming out, like how crazy it would be for you.
It's a lot more than before. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I can't even imagine you doing that today if that was your situation.
No.
It would be hell.
No.
Oh, you'd be constantly talking to us about some shit you heard that we don't even know about. And we're like you
yeah, no,
heard it yet?
I mean that's what it was, and like somebody would mention I think that's how I came across a lot of fucking artists that like just recent, like I'll see them pop up on Two Dope Boys. I'm like, oh shit, like I wrote about them like fucking like damn near like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, but it's so much. It is a lot, man. It's a lot. So it's just now it's like I don't even got time for this shit.
Yeah,
like it's
I imagine it'll get tougher the older
it's an overload of it.
It is, and it's not, and this is just like the mainstream artists, like
yeah, no, I'm getting to the point that I just, unless it's a big one or like a favorite of mine, like if Vori was gonna drop something, I'd listen to that.
Mm-hmm.
But if Lil Durk did, no, I'm not listening to that.
Not to that.
No.
Yeah, I tried getting into the Lil Durk and Lil Baby collab album, and I think I got past 6 tracks before I had to switch it.
Oh yeah, you told me, yeah.
It just, at a point, it just starts sounding the same, and I'm trying to really give those albums a chance from those types of artists, but I don't know.
I'm good on it. I'm straight. I'm good.
It's not that it's the content; it's just the beats. They just become way too repetitive.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
So. Like, I would rather save my time on just listening to underground shit. But at the same time, the underground becomes a lot, too. So that's why, like, my safety nets are really, like, the R&B bag. Sorry, my fucking voice is cracking. The R&B bag, some Spanish shit, put on some Bad Bunny. I'm good to go.
Some Bad Bunny.
And then, I love him. And just fucking love him. He's amazing. And then Bad Bunny's amazing.
No, you know what? I'm thinking about all these the IG reels I see. Ella tiene un culo muy grande, bien grande. I'm like, oh, that's Bad Bunny. I'm like, all right. I'm like, this nigga's really saying this shit.
No, he is everywhere and he's out there and he is just at Alpha is the same way. Fucking amazing.
These niggas really are just saying whatever on these tracks and it's working.
Oh
like,
yeah,
for
sure.
I love it, man.
For sure. One time, I think it was New Year's. I forgot what it was. Fucking Juan, we're at the greenhouse. Juan starts playing music, and I'm just like, get off the computer, because I'm just thinking like, no, like, what are you doing? But LB was like, no, it's cool. I was like, oh, okay. And then Juan looks at me like, yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking like, I let them do.
Don't touch the sacred space.
Yeah, like, if God forbid you break something. Oh my God!
The last thing you want to do is fuck up a music accessory
like,
in there.
Like, you don't understand, bro. You just don't get it. But nah, let me stop. So yeah, he puts on some Spanish shit, and they're rocking to it, and they're like, Elby's like, I have no idea what they're saying, or one of them said it, and it was funny. So he's telling them what in the song what they're saying. This is actually the night that Johnny Juan was born. He had a whole fucking bottle of Johnny Walker, and Juan just went insane.
He indulged. He indulged.
That is an understatement.
Fair
what
enough.
happened that night? Yeah, I was just like, oh God, But I mean, he lets me get fucking plastered most of the time, so it's okay.
That's a fair trade.
I owed him one anyway.
Yeah.
I was sober that night. It was horrible. But anyway, so he's I forgot what song it was, and he's telling them what it means, like what they're saying, and then I'll be just like, some dirty motherfuckers or some shit like that.
Yeah, Bad Bunny look like he's a dirty dude. He look like he's a dirty dude. And he gets into some shit.
What, who?
Bad Bunny.
It wasn't Bad Bunny.
Oh, it wasn't? Okay.
No.
I see Bad Bunny just like, this dude probably gets into some shit.
Oh, for sure. 1,000%.
Just looking at him, yeah.
Yeah, no. But I love Bad Bunny. And then if I'm just not in the mood for any of that, then just straight like old school punk rock.
Yeah, can't go wrong with that either.
Yeah. If I'm like,
We
really
are,
my
we
shit,
are.
nah, I don't play that
Youth
song.
of the nation.
I don't play that song. I don't know why you keep referencing
It's
that
just-
song
it just-
as at one time.
I love that shit for some reason.
I mean,
it's catchy.
the song is catchy. Like, if I'm at a bar drunk as fuck, I'm singing it. For sure.
Yo, I just picture that in my head. We are, we are. Holding your seltzer.
Died. Holding my seltzer. Hey, these seltzers hit.
No, they
Fuck
hit. But that's
This
it.
one's chinola.
What'd you call me?
Chinola.
Oh, okay. I thought you.
Maracuya. There you go.
What the fuck you call me?
Passion fruit. That's what I'm calling it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Fucking
Thought you said
fruity ass.
they call you maricón. I was like, what the fuck?
No.
That's not needed.
No. Maracuya.
As my mom says, maracuja.
Oh, ja. I know. Oh, yeah. You guys say ja.
Yeah,
That's
maracuja.
right. Yeah. I forgot you guys. Nah, what was it?
It took me a while to learn that was passion fruit.
Really?
Yeah, it took me a while. I never knew.
I'm so used to chinola. In Puerto Rico, we call it pacha.
Pacha?
No, is it pacha? I forgot. I'm so used to calling it chinola. My grandmother yells at me when I call it that. She also yells at me when I call concon, which is the rice that burns at the bottom of the pot.
Oh, that's what it's called?
Yeah. Well,
Oh.
Dominicans call it concon.
Concon, okay.
Puerto Ricans call it pecao.
That
I'm
I've
saying
heard.
it wrong. Pecao.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that I've heard, yes.
With the G. I don't know why I'm saying. I feel like
Pecao.
I'm saying cow.
Yeah, like pig out, like stuck.
Pecao. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, she always fucks with me with that one.
Oh, dope.
So we yell at each other. Concon just sounds funny. Concon.
Concon.
It sounds like the Lord. Concon.
Maracuja.
Maracuya.
You fucking chinola.
I love chinolas.
That was
Fucking
dope.
bomb.
So I know I'm
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
check out the Snow. Thank you for the recommendation. I'm gonna check out that Snow Allegra album,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna go back and listen to the one before that because I want to see the contrast in the sounds. I want
All
to hear that. Want to get into a quick shit we watched?
Yes.
Before we end
Shit
it?
we watched and then done.
All right,
We don't
so-
have to do it if you don't know.
No, we don't have to.
No.
All right, so shit we watched. So I'll start. Sade told me about the Harley Quinn series
Yeah.
on HBO Max,
Yeah.
and I had seen it before. I seen commercials. I heard that it was kind of like adult rated, maybe cursing or whatever. But I finally gave it a shot, and I was pleasantly surprised, man. Harley is voiced by Kaylee Cuoco, which is the character in Big Bang Theory. She plays Penny.
Yeah.
I thought it was a great voice character. And this was kind of like a version of Marvel in the sense of you're seeing one of their side characters growing and maturing throughout.
Yeah.
I really appreciated that. Like the first season was like her
Spoiler alert.
yeah, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Her ups and downs with Joker.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and eventually, deciding that she can move on and be her own thing. And then
Yeah.
the second season just fucking took me by surprise because I guess you kind of maybe could have seen it coming. Her and Ivy.
No. Well, no, yeah, I didn't see that coming.
You didn't see it coming?
Sorry.
I
got a
guess
text.
it's one of those things where
Jesus Christ.
you look back on it now, it's like, oh, I should have seen all the signs.
Yeah.
Like, they're just very tight. They're very close. She's doing everything for her and vice versa. And then it comes to a point where, like, they save each other. They look each other in the eyes. It's one of those moments. And then they just kiss. And I'm like, oh, shit.
I think it was so funny that, yeah, like the way that like they had that moment, and then the bachelorette party where they ended up fucking like twice.
That was funny as hell.
That was hilarious. And then that was so funny. And then wait, what happened?
No, it was funny as fuck that the bachelorette party was at Wonder Woman's home planet.
Yeah.
That was funny as fuck, yo. I just loved it. It's turned into a resort ever since she's left. I was like, that's hilarious.
This shit is like they commercialized it.
Yeah.
And then like she has glimpses and like of that night, and then eventually they just end up together. And it's like, oh, the true love thing worked and all that.
Yeah,
stuff.
they kind of just wrote out at the end of the season like Thelma and Louise, just escaping the cops.
I love that, though.
Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah.
It was great, man. I thought it was a really well done series, and obviously it looks like there's going to be a third season.
Yeah.
I would hope so.
No,
And-
there is.
okay.
There is. That's the whole thing with the Batman eating out Catwoman that apparently stayed. I was talking about this at the bar the other night, and because I was telling people like about Harley Quinn, and and there was one other person that had watched it. So we're kind of talking about it, but not trying to give the other people spoilers. And I mentioned the whole controversy over. So the writers or the creator, one of that. Had this interview, I think, about like the season, but also about season 3. So when they asked about it, he's like, yeah, well, Warner Brothers has an issue, and it's Warner Brothers or DC or both. No, DC had an issue, and DC said a superhero would never do that. And he said it like, yeah, Batman, we do have a scene. Batman is kind of, going down on Catwoman.
It kind of makes Batman look inferior in a way.
Something like that.
Something
like a hero would never do that.
A hero would never go down on a chick.
Yeah. So, and I think, and when it was funny because when he said that, the people that didn't watch it but are DC fans or just superhero like into comics and shit. They're like, absolutely, fuck yeah, they
like,
would.
That was my reaction. Fuck you mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean he's not gonna go down?
Yeah.
It's fucking Batman.
You are not a hero if you don't go down.
Come on.
And that applies to the women too. Like, no, get the fuck out of here.
So we're expecting it was the other way around. We're just gonna expect. Like it's okay for Wonder Woman to be given or whatever, Catwoman to be given head to Bruce. Like that's expected.
Well, she's a villain, so in their eyes, then yes.
Oh, well, is it because of that? It wasn't because of just Batman who he is?
No. It was I'm saying the whole villain thing.
Okay.
Their thing was Batman and who he is, and he would never do that.
Because he had a dark past.
Yeah,
but the last thing he wants to do is eat pussy.
But that's like saying. But that's like saying, I'm traumatized.
Yeah, I'm traumatized. I can't see a pussy. Not in my face. What? Like,
and you kind of sound like him too, like the guy. What is it? Like Wonder Woman, like she would never like blow somebody or, if she's into girls, eat a girl out because she's a superhero. Like it just, to me, it's complete bullshit. Complete bullshit.
Bullshit. Also was weird but kind of funny? The way they depicted Commissioner Gordon. He was like an oaf.
Do you know who that was? The actor?
I feel like that's the only voice I didn't catch.
Yeah, no, you can't tell. Even after knowing it, it took me episodes to realize.
I probably know, but say the name.
It's Elliot from the Law and Order shit. What's his name?
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, him.
Oh, the bald dude.
Christopher something.
Yeah, he's like tall and bald.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, that's wild.
Yeah,
No,
and because I've seen him in other movies where like he'll kind of play like some type of like quirky character. So I've heard him do other voices. Yeah. So that doesn't sound like any, but like I had to keep listening and be like, oh shit, that is him. Like there's just certain moments where, okay, that is him. I think the episode about him is the one.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, is that where like I think that's the one where I was like, oh, okay, shit, that is him.
They made him so funny and so clueless.
I did not believe it was him. But that was the first time you actually, because even from like, and really any depiction of Gordon, you don't see him like that. So
he's
very
love serious,
the fact,
very on top of his job. Like he's been in the force. Like if you watch the Gotham show, he's been in the force from a young guy. He's grew up in the ranks and became commissioner. Like you don't expect ever commissioner. It's all business.
Yeah, and let me just say, Joker was funny. Joker was like spot on. But I love the fact that they made him like so much more of a prick in this one.
Okay.
In this show, like
that.
this depiction, like they
as opposed to like what in the movies.
And in general,
okay.
Because he was always like an asshole. He was always, like he's a villain, Yeah. But he just the way they kind of fed into the narcissism, sorry. Yeah. And like it constantly has to be like a me show, and all of that, and sacrificing Harley so he can chase after the Batman.
Right, and it's nothing we haven't seen in the movies before, but we just never saw it from Harley's perspective. Yeah,
but like to really play on that, because I mean it's obvious, but I love the fact that they really like it's out there in your face. Yeah, this is the Joker show. Oh yeah, and it kind of made the whole the killing joke alive, where it's like if there's no Batman, I forgot what the fuck he says. Damn. I forgot. There's a quote.
There's no Batman, there's no Joker.
Yeah, that one. Okay. I thought there was more to that.
Something like that.
But yeah. But like part of that whole monologue.
He completes them. Without him, there is no me.
Yeah. So it plays on that whole shit. And like him trying to get attention. He's robbing a bank and he's like, the fuck's happening? Like, but everybody's like after Harley and he hates that fact. So.
No, I love it, man. It was like Harley's come up story, man. Like the first season was just basically showing how toxic of a relationship it was with Joker. And her trying to get away from that, how she's traumatized, how she's easily triggered by him, and just ignoring all the advice from her friends, telling him like, "Yo, this nigga's no good. You got to get away from him."
It's so realistic too.
Yeah, no, it definitely was relatable to a lot of people. I can tell, like, it's definitely something that was like more human.
Yeah,
I fucked with it a lot, man. It was a really great series. Like, I became a fan instantly. Had to watch all the episodes. So yeah, I recommend that. Y'all check it out on HBO Max. Harley Quinn is just the name of the show, is it? Yeah, it's just Harley Quinn.
Yeah, it's just Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn. And also the side characters, man. King Shark, Clayface,
Oh my
Dr. Psycho,
God.
that roll with Harley.
Did the scene, I had to play it back. The scene where Shark fucking eats his sibling.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
like right after that, the Clay wasn't it Clayface? Clayface just reacts like, oh my God. And like you just you just ate your kin, like blah blah whatever. I forgot what he fucking said.
Clayface was like an aspiring actor. That
oh
shit was
my
hilarious.
God.
Every
that
time
was
he would sing.
amazing. And like his jacked up ass teeth. Anytime he did anything, it like he disguised himself, like he would like give this whole elaborate backstory. Like when they went to the Riddler school thing.
Yeah.
And and Harley's like, get it together. Like like cut the shit kind of thing.
No, they were so good. And I think my favorite surprise character in there was Kite Man.
Oh, really?
Kite Man was one of my... It was just funny as fuck.
No,
bro.
he was
clueless,
funny.
stupid, but funny. Every time he's like,
Yeah.
hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, he reminded me of somebody. Like a character... Like, there's... In shows like that, there's always that character that is just such a, like, an idiot.
And I kind of felt that. I'm like, yo, something's going to happen with him and Ivy. I knew it from the jump.
Oh, yeah,
I knew
for
from the
sure.
jump. Like, all right, he's annoying her. But then all of a sudden, she's seen with him, but doesn't want to be seen.
Yeah, no, and they were hiding.
Yeah, they're hiding out, and then it happened.
Yeah.
And then when he bounced in the end, when he just flew away, and the kite said, "Just marry."
That shit was so... when he had enough, and he's just like,
But
no.
honestly, that whole speech he made to Ivy.
Yeah, that was some real shit.
At that point, I even told you, I was like, yo, good for you, Kite Man. Fly on the fuck out of here, bro.
That was was some good shit.
Like,
that was finally
standing
up for himself.
Yeah, it was great.
I'm trying to think of what else from that show that was amazing.
Dr. Psycho had
George
series.
Costanza. What's his name?
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. He was playing the
Cyborg,
neighbor in the wheelchair.
What was it?
Oh, the landlord.
It's a play on Cyborg.
Yeah.
But they just called him Cy, but it's Cy Borgman.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I think it's Cy Borgman or something.
And he just
like
played
that.
a straight up Jewish landlord.
Oh my God! And the way when he transforms to a car, and they're all just like, they can't look because he's so old, and everything is you just see like his body ripping apart.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Oh God, that was sick.
And just very gory, a lot of cursing.
Yeah,
I appreciated it. I really liked it.
It was amazing.
Dr. Psycho called one woman a cunt. It was hilarious.
Oh yeah,
that was hilarious,
and they
bro.
just kept they bleeped it out, but like they just kept mentioning it.
Everybody was like, it was. And then I'm reminded of that conversation we had about saying cunt. That's why I was thinking about that. I was like, yeah, it really is a terrible word.
Yeah, it really is. But I mean, it's my favorite word. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, it's becoming mine too.
No, like when DZH said that, in my mind, I'm like, oh my God, there's a child in the room. Like I thought that in my head. I was like, fuck, I forgot there's a child in the room.
It's just one of those words I never thought would be that crazy, but it is.
I was like, I just never understood, because I think it's growing to be my favorite word. Years ago, it's growing to be my favorite word just because nobody likes it.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it doesn't get enough love.
It doesn't. It really doesn't. I mean, because it's not a loving word either, but but I hear you.
No.
It's just not, a word had to take place of
but
bitch.
I feel like cunt could also be cooch.
Yeah, but cooch just sounds more fun and playable.
What does cunt remind you of, like roast beef type shit? Like,
yeah, actually, absolutely. Yeah, like that pops in my head. But at the same time, sometimes I just yell it. Like the other night, fucking 2 a.m, I fucking rolled my ankle stepping on a Lego, and then just cunt.
I wasn't expecting that.
I know. I just rolled it. Cunt.
Oh my God! I just wasted a puff like with that.
I was like,
Ooh,
am I really yelling at Legos now? But then I get 2 a.m, man. You rolled your fucking ankle on.
No,
that shit is serious, bro.
No, like that's like when I'm in the bed and I'm just playing a game and cunt.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
Yeah, no,
I've
woken him up. He was like, "Did you just say cunt?" And I'm like this. I'm like, I've dropped the phone on my face, and he just shakes his head back to sleep. He's like, "The fuck is wrong with you?" But no, it's just becoming my favorite word. That's all.
Oh yeah, and thanks for Harley Quinn for bringing it back.
Yeah, for sure.
I also saw this past week. I forgot which one you didn't see. I saw Suicide Squad, and I ended up seeing Black Widow.
But Black Widow we can talk about.
Yeah, a little bit on it. I will say for Suicide Squad, it's better than the one that came out. I don't know if this is a remake or what. It didn't seem like a sequel.
Sorry, let me watch it. Okay.
All right, then all I'll say is I thought it was better than the last one.
I heard that too.
Yeah,
okay.
So I'll leave it at that. I'll wait till you watch it. And the characters are cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I was gonna watch it Sunday, but I ended up just staying in bed all day.
Apparently, it's not spoiler or anything. It's been news, but John Cena's character, they're gonna make a spin-off series on HBO Max about him.
Of course they are.
Yeah,
because it's John fucking Cena.
Yeah, his character is a Peacemaker.
Okay, so quick John Cena story.
You got John Cena's story?
No, not that I met him, but it's just
funny. I was gonna say I'm fucking hype. You had me hype for a second.
No, it's just so funny. So
all right, let's hear it.
Wait, John Cena's the one that you can't see me, right?
Right, yeah.
Wait, give me a second. Wait, so there was this kid. I forgot what grade I was in. I know, maybe like early middle school. Yeah, like
after
or like
04.
Huh?
After 04. That's when Cena was in.
Okay, so all right. So I forgot what grade exactly, but I know I was a kid. I was young. And this kid just kept fucking doing the you can't see me shit. And it was so annoying. And at one point, I was like, yo, shut the fuck up. And I got like detention for it because I literally screamed in the middle of the class. Shut the fuck up. We can all see you. That's not the best part yet. Not the best part. So then we're on the playground. I'm such an asshole. We're on the playground.
Oh, you suck at telling stories. You gotta hold your laughter in, yo.
This is playing back in my mind. Okay. Whew. Okay.
All right.
Sorry. So we're on the playground. So not only do I resent this kid for getting me in detention, but he's still doing the you can't see me. So I walk up.
And you punched him in the face?
Yeah.
God damn.
Just wait, put up. Yeah.
Did you like go behind? Like did you go around him? Like he didn't notice you coming up?
No, I literally.
You walked right up to him?
Oh my God.
He saw you coming?
Crying. No, because he was doing it to like, it was a bunch of kids. Oh my God. Whew, okay, sorry. So he's just doing it. And I literally just stood there. I walked up, stood there, and like, you know when you're like playing the game where you have to like try to like get something, like when, you know, so I'm just trying to see like the gap where I can get his face.
Oh, gotcha, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I forgot the game, but anyway. So I'm waiting, and so like he starts to slow down for a second, or I don't know. It just, things went slow motion for a second. So that's why I was laughing so hard, because I don't know how this happened.
You got into focus mode.
And
everything slowed down.
Everything literally just slowed down. I didn't hear anything. Nothing was happening around me. I'm just staring at this kid's face, this stupid ass fucking face. And I was like, "Bah!" I was like, oh yeah, we can see you, bitch.
In the video game world, we call that focus mode. Everything just slows down.
That was.
You can't see.
Yo,
me.
Everybody was bugging out. I think I had like an extra week of detention or some shit for it. It was really bad, but like it was just so annoying.
You earned it though. He deserved that.
Like I just had like the one day for screaming fuck, like shut the fuck up, and then cause shut up they would be like, oh, you can't say that. And it was like 5th grade, 6th, I forgot.
But you add that fuck.
Oh man, that was like.
That's a 5-dayer right there.
Yeah, like I had a whole week. I was so mad. So it was like 6 days. Oh my God, it was so cause I had the day and then they added the 5 more. I was so upset, but it was so worth it.
So,
and I think he stopped after that, or he wouldn't do it around me at least.
No, he shouldn't. He learned. And
I hated that shit though. It just irked me.
See what you did, Cena? You got a kid punched.
That shit was amazing. I'm sorry. Every time I think about it, I just cry.
Now you got a story if you ever meet him.
Oh my God.
Like,
it would take me 20 minutes to tell him.
Well, start with the short version. But hey, I got detention for a full week because of you back in the day.
That's not the best part, though.
No, well, that's the tagline. Start with that and be like,
no, like
let me tell you how it happened, John.
It's just so funny. Like when I like relive it in my mind, I don't know how that shit was just slow motion, and I just went clap.
They were friends until they weren't.
Don't, because I'll cry again. I can't.
Inverted color, and this is you punching him. Got his hand up. It was all good until it wasn't.
No, because me and him were friends.
Exactly, until you weren't.
I don't even know who, like, and I remember being friends with him, like, I think earlier on, or like the grade before, but he's just so fucking, that every 5 seconds, you can't see me. You can't see me. So I had to punch him. Oh, shit. Okay, Black
So
Widow, and then, so we could wrap up.
Yeah, Black Widow.
Oh, shit, that was funny.
Black Widow, it was a pleasant surprise. I heard a lot of bad about it.
Really?
And I heard a lot of bad about it, and I try to duck those comments and just be like, let me see it for myself, because I know it's still answering some questions. I know there's going to be some good action scenes from what I saw in like the commercials and trailers online. So I'm like, let me give it a chance. And plus, I always fucked with ScarJo. So I always fuck with her. So I'm like, ScarJo, excuse me.
Okay.
I'm a big ScarJo fan. That's right. That's how you know you're a fan. You call her by her nickname. Yeah, you know, SJ.
Go on, you're so sick. That was a hard one. Ow. I gotta go.
Good
gotta
job.
hurt.
Good one, Urkel. All right, anyway.
Shut up.
No, it was fucking great. It was fucking dope. I felt like the hype died, unfortunately, because of COVID. I felt like it would have gotten a better reception had we been outside. Yeah. And the whole situation with her and the Disney shit, that probably brought a couple more fans to watch. Yeah. But all in all, I think it was a dope movie. I like the fact that it you had to look online where this took place unless you really pay attention to the movie, but it happens after Civil War but before Infinity War. And a lot of questions get answered that were shown in Infinity War. Be like, all right, how did this happen? How the fuck did that happen? He's just jumping. Oh, okay. And I liked it. I liked the fact that you got to meet Natasha's fam. The Russian dude was funny. Yeah. Taskmaster. Very dope. Not gonna give anything away, but Taskmaster was dope.
No, spoiler alert. Skip this. I mean, or you could just not listen because we're about to end the episode. We're about to end it.
So if you didn't see the movie, you can just end the episode now.
Yeah.
So, Taskmaster being a woman. Big surprise.
Oh, so now I can finally tell you because you were... Okay, so that's his daughter.
That's his daughter, right. And I didn't put it together because when they did the flashback, I wasn't sure how much time passed. So when I saw her, I was like, okay, did they take the little girl's body?
Had this conversation. Yeah,
I thought my dumbass thought they took the little girl's body and just like put her on that. I didn't know how much time had passed that she grew into an adult. Like I didn't know that part. I didn't know how much time had passed between Budapest.
They don't give an age, but I mean, she's not like an old woman. She's not. You could kind of tell she's like younger. Yeah, like you could tell she's younger than
old enough to whoop some ass.
SJ and ScarJo.
Sidja.
I fucking hate you. Sidja. It sounds mad Korean.
Sidja.
Stop.
Sidja, why you do that?
Anyway, people don't realize, it's like when you snort and laugh, it kind of hurts. Try not to. What was I gonna say? Shit, I completely forgot. Oh, but I mean, I think. No, I wasn't gonna say that. No, what the fuck was I gonna say? I was laughing about like shit that I completely fucking forgot. No, but okay. So being the daughter, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that shit was insane. Cause I mean, you had made a comment about it, like when we were setting up yesterday, that she had it, like you can tell, like Taskmaster was like a woman or something, like she was a little
the walk, just the walk, cause you don't see her until like more than halfway through the movie. You find out who it is behind the mask. So you're seeing different scenes of like you see Taskmaster just walking very robotic, like, but also looks like, all right, this is a dude. It's a very skinny dude. Not bulky and muscular like you think Taskmaster would look.
True.
You know what I mean? And then just the walk, I'm like, all right, this looks like a woman trying to walk like a dude, trying to trick the audience.
You know what's funny is I really thought that it was. I'm like, did they just make Taskmaster a robot? Like I just.
Right, which my second thing.
I thought that. I mean, technically, Taskmaster, the comic, he was a robot, and so he ended up being a woman. Yeah. But I don't know, like I mean. Technically, like, it's a little robotic because I always wondered. I mean, I always assumed he would be robotic. And then in the moments, he has to copy somebody. Yeah. So, I don't know.
In the comics, it's a person, though.
No, it's a person. It's a person. But I thought, okay, maybe in the movie they're doing it's like just a robot.
Which it makes sense because it's like someone that can mimic all the moves. Knows the move before you make it, so they can block pretty much everything you throw at them. I'm like, that's something that a robot would know.
Yeah, the only thing that kind of like didn't make sense if it was a robot in my mind before I actually got the big reveal, was the fact that he's watching he's watching Hawkeye and Black Panther fight.
Right, like he's studying.
Yeah,
basically, he's studying shit. He's watching old clips of their fighting, which is crazy because it's the same clips of the movies that we saw. But that's dope that they even do that. I love the fact that Marvel just goes back and uses old clips, just like they did in Loki. Yeah, same shit. Like I just love that part of it, just like nostalgia. So it was fucking dope, man. I thought
it makes me kind of want to watch it all together again.
Watch what?
Watch it all together again.
What?
Like another Marvel marathon.
You want to try and do it again? Oof.
No, I think I would wait. I would wait at least another series, maybe another movie, and then maybe do it.
I feel like my excuse for that is going to be once Leo's old enough, and I'll just introduce him to like, hey, buddy, this is like this span of 10 years where you weren't born that a bunch of movies came out with our favorite superheroes.
You want amazing.
You want to check them out?
Yeah.
What? Okay. There's a man made of iron?
Okay, Dad.
Oh, Iron Man. I mean, like, and to me, like, with Loki, if there was any room for any of them to come back, there would be between Loki and Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
For sure.
I agree.
Even she could come back if she wasn't, suing Disney.
You can do it. Look, I'm sure they'll work it out, and I'm sure there's going to be a storyline where she can come back. Or another timeline where she's there. And she's got fucking blue hair, for all we know.
Possibly.
It's in the works. I mean, look. They're pretty much building up to, like, the X-Men coming in, the Fantastic Four coming in.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean?
I just wonder when.
Secret Invasion is going to be a thing.
Wonder how Eternals is going to...
Yeah. Right now, I'm kind of psyched for Shang-Chi.
Yeah, September 13th, I think.
Yeah, I'm psyched for that. And Hawkeye's coming out a couple weeks. Oh, and I think 2 days from now, I forget when we record. Doesn't matter what day we're recording this, but Thursday of this week, the What If series starts.
Yeah, which you taught. I didn't realize it was that soon. Did Hawkeye get a date? Sorry.
In August as well.
So that is a movie or a series?
Series.
Okay, so that's definitely. But you saw the end credit, right?
Of Black Widow?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so you saw the tie-in that I was talking about. So it's gonna tie into Hawkeye now.
Yes, which makes perfect sense. I definitely get it. Was crazy.
Yeah.
And all right, so
what?
Here's my question. Originally, Black Widow was supposed to premiere before Falcon and Winter Soldier, right?
Yes.
Okay. So then, when Homegirl shows up in Falcon and Winter Soldier, that's technically the second time we're supposed to see her, because the first time we're supposed to see her is in Black Widow, correct?
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay, but because of everything that happened, it came out that way.
Honestly, I think it'd kind of maybe be a little remiss of us to dismiss it, but like I feel like they made changes, so she could have been just, God damn it, easily added.
Yeah, because this is all.
Okay, my voice is clear now.
Because it's pretty much she's pulling what Nick Fury did at the end of the movies. Yeah. Show up and recruit.
So it could be that, because technically Nick Fury is still somewhere in space.
Yeah.
So, which is insane still to think about. And I know I've said this before, but it's insane to think about, like, damn, so the Nick Fury that basically we know is not actually him. Was
never even him.
Was never him.
But so many different, like...
Which I don't think actually gets talked about.
So many different scenarios where, like, this guy could have used that power to, like, get away from a situation and never did.
Sure. Well, because he can't, blow his cover, I guess. Or maybe they just didn't have that in mind. Yeah,
that too. That was another thing, too, as well.
But regardless, it still boggles my mind. Like, that was never him. Yeah. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
And then you just see him just on the fucking shield. Well, was that shield thingy, right?
Sword.
Yeah.
So right. That's fucking dope. So I can't wait to see where it goes.
Same,
I think it's either what Julia Louis-Dreyfus' character is doing. They're either setting up for the Thunderbolts, which is Ross's like little team of people, like his own Suicide Squad, or the Dark Avengers.
I wonder.
So it could be one of those two, unless they just create some whole completely different team and just for the MCU. But comic book wise, it's looking like the They'll stick Avengers.
to one of those, because I mean, like MCU, like they'll stick to like the comics. They'll just make tweaks.
Yeah, they'll get inspiration from 'em.
Yeah. So I don't think they'll like start something like, you know.
Yeah, but I could
like
see
fresh off.
I could see something in the future, like have them face off with the Avengers whenever they come back, whoever the Avengers are at that time.
Yeah.
I could see that being
that.
dope because.
But, what?
I don't know. I was gonna say after like Phase 4 that we just saw, whatever. After Endgame, it was supposed to be Black Panther.
Phase 3, yeah.
Yeah, Black Panther leading the Avengers, and Spider-Man would be in there, Doctor Strange, and whoever else that survived Endgame.
Yeah. So now it's a lot of scrambling around because, so now you have to replace Black Panther,
Which is a shame.
Yeah.
I don't know how. I still don't know how you do that.
I know it's that whole thing was fucking sad. I don't even know how, but I mean, I would hope it's the sister. I definitely hope it's the sister.
I hope the sister, or if I had to pick another actor, someone that's known.
They're not going to replace him.
But like, I'm saying if they were, the only person I can think of that would do a good job besides, or if they grab somebody random that we don't know, a newcomer, Denzel Washington's son.
Yes, but they would never replace him.
No, they wouldn't.
No.
But if they, if,
I mean,
in a
like
world where they would,
if he was, unless they get him into it, which I don't know if I would see him do it, but then how would you turn down Marvel? I would never turn that down. Fuck that.
But the mantle, just knowing the legacy that Chadwick.
Did you know that Chris Evans? Sorry, go ahead. My bad.
Okay, no, yeah, we'll get to that. Hold that thought.
Yeah,
I think I know where you're going with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's just tough for any actor, especially a black actor, knowing the impact that Chadwick Boseman had, not just on that role, but him as a person.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be too much pressure for any actor to want to take on, regardless of the money.
I feel really bad, but Denzel's kid,
Yeah.
forgot his name already.
I think it's John David Washington.
Oh yeah, John. Yeah, John David Washington. So him and Chadwick they were close. Or apparently, like I think they were close, or they just knew each other or some shit.
Oh, you know what? Actually, Chadwick told a story that Denzel, Denzel did something for him when he was young, like.
Yeah, there was the Howard thing, no?
Yeah. So
yeah,
that's
how
that must be the connection. So yeah, even more reason for him to not want to do it.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
I mean, the way I see it, if that was to happen, he wouldn't be, oh my god, I forgot his name. He wouldn't replace him as like the character, but he'd just be another character that they bring in. They do the whole tournament, and then bam, he's the next Black Panther.
I can see that. You're right. They shouldn't just bring somebody new and just be Black Panther. You're right.
Yeah, like it would just be like they would do their normal way, like Wakanda would just do their normal way of picking who's gonna be Black Panther, and then he could just, I'm it.
Yeah, but with the world being more female centric, I also could see Shuri. Like I don't see that.
Yeah, I'm hoping
that's
it's
also
her.
possible.
I'm hoping.
Very strong.
So I mean, it makes sense, and she's fucking badass.
And she's badass, yeah. And you can make her look dope in a fucking Black Panther suit. Have her kicking ass.
No, but my thought from before, I read somewhere Chris Evans had turned down Marvel because he didn't want to, or wasn't it Chris Evans? I don't know, one of them. But he didn't want to be locked in for that long. Yeah. And then ended up just, okay.
Yeah, someone talked to him, or Robert Downey Jr. called him. And,
I think so.
Yeah, and convinced him.
And then he's like, okay, and then just hopped back in.
Because I can understand. It's a lot of pressure. And then, if the movies do go bad, you're stuck in it for a contract. You can't get out. Yeah. And then you're just stuck making a bunch of shitty movies. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it's a gamble. It's a risk. Yeah,
because there's like a new movie that he just like got signed up for. And he said, he kind of, I think he references the whole Marvel contract. Where he's like, I took my time with this. Like, I don't want to be locked in for something for so long or whatever like that. So I took my time with this, ended up falling in love with it. So this is what I'm doing. Yeah. So I think it might be a series. I'm not sure.
And I'm not an actor, but I can understand, like, you don't want to be known for just one thing your whole life. Because that happens to a lot of these actors.
Because you lose a lot of, you don't, it's a gamble. Because you don't know how it's going to turn out. Because shit, what if you're locked into DC? That's scary. That's fucking scary. Yeah. You're locked into something like DC, doesn't work out because hardly any of their movies work out, and then you get clowned, and not only that, but you lose opportunities. You can't film anything else.
Yeah, and even if you're getting paid, you're still like you're missing out on the craft, your passion.
Yeah, I mean, like sometimes I think sometimes you can film. I think what's his name, Aquaman, Jason Momoa. There. He has like a new movie coming out, but he's also still I just seen a tweet. Aquaman 2 he's dedicating to a young fan that just died of cancer, like 8-year-old.
Oh, dope. All right.
Yeah, so he can still like. So I was like, oh, okay, so he's still Aquaman.
Yeah.
And he's still like. I just saw a trailer during the last fight night. A trailer of like some new movie that's coming out. So it's like, oh, okay, so there's freedom in that. I mean, I think Marvel, we've seen it for sure. Scarlett Johansson's been able to film since her contract with Marvel.
Yeah.
And then Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, it really depends on what the workload's going to be for these people. Like.
Yeah. So maybe it's less contract, or maybe during the time it's like, okay, you're contracted during this set amount of time, like you cannot film anything else because we need you.
Yeah.
But after that set amount of time, you can do whatever you want until the next movie.
Right.
So it's probably something like that. But as an actor, it's kind of like, damn, I'm losing out on whatever scripts. Like if you're Chris Evans, you're getting a shit ton of scripts sent to you.
Absolutely.
So.
Especially after being Captain America. But he might get typecast at that point. Like, oh, we just want him in action movies. And I'm like, no, I can do the serious stuff too. But we like you.
No, he has done serious shit too.
Right,
Yeah.
and for someone like that probably appreciates the serious stuff, he may not want to be typecasted as a superhero type.
True. Like Robert Downey Jr. is definitely not going to be typecast because he could just do everything at this point. He's been doing this for long enough. His
resurgence was Iron Man.
Huh?
His resurgence, because he was having a shitty life before that.
Yeah, I was so surprised. That really was just like, holy shit, I haven't seen you since
That was a comeback.
Yeah.
Comeback,
I mean,
and he killed that shit. That was a role that was
did.
made exactly for him.
Oh shit. Heart and Souls is my favorite movie from him. But anyway.
So that was nice. We had a nice little get together. We had some dinner, listened to an album. This was nice.
I just want to go to
Only
sleep
thing
now.
missing was some sushi.
Oh.
Yeah, next time. But the food was banging either way.
Yeah,
He killed that shit. That chicken was amazing.
That was bomb as fuck.
Bomb as fuck. Yeah, man. Shout out to Chef Sade in the kitchen. You know what I mean?
Anything else?
Nah, I got no other final notes. Just happy to be here. This was fun. Kanye album is fucking good. Mm-hmm. Not stellar, but good. And can't wait to hear the finished product.
It's a demo.
Yeah, it's a demo. So I can't wait to hear the finished product, and and we'll review it again.
Yeah.
You got any final thoughts?
No, I'm good.
All right. Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. This has been episode 90.
Seven.
The Hat 97. We don't know what we're going to call this yet. Just a little mini get-together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe the leak?
The leak.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, because audio lactation you didn't like.
No, I did
Yeah,
not.
that's
I
fine.
was like,
I
what the
understand.
fuck is
I
that?
But all right,
no,
man.
I'm good with the leak. I'm good with the leak.
The leak works. All right, man. So episode 97 this has been your host, Kid Pro.
Sade.
We'll catch y'all next time. We got a bunch of guests coming up soon. Shout out to Esco Epidemic for being our feature producer of the month.
Yep.
Make sure to check him out and his project coming out 24 hours, coming out very soon to a phone near you. Mm-hmm. I'm on that album as well. Shout out to S Double, Saint, LB, Villa, Esco. Y'all are fucking amazing.
Yeah, Villa's project's dropping sometime soon, and it'll be before Esco's. Well, Epidemic, sorry.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's
nice.
before.
Okay, word. I didn't know
it goes
the
Villa
timeline.
and then Epidemic.
Got you. All right, bet. I'm ready for that shit too then. Let's get it popping. All right, so y'all already know the deal, man. Be nice to each other. Love each other. Wash your hands. Wash your face. And wear a mask if you want to. Don't let anyone make you feel bad about that. Peace, peace.
Peace.